Huh? All right. Well, I don't have chat. I hope that's not going to be a problem. Either way. There we go. Now you see things as I see things, except from an up top angle. You know what I mean? English is hard, okay? I've only been speaking at 30-ish years of my life. I should be able to speak it better than this by now. Let's put the beam effect parts aside for the moment. G track. C track, F track. Oh, I'm not going to have room for these guys soon. D track. Okay, we're going to have to do a little bit of a special organizational here. 1. Where's my B track? B track. C track. Can't go there. It's fine. I have ways of making you talk. Except you won't be talking. You're just going to be getting built. Thankfully, there is a bit of a slight difference there. Okay. So G, H, I. This is not optimal configuration for building, and I do not care. Huh, you think I'm going to be putting all these stickers on here? Huh, you're funny. Huh, that's funny. You're cute. Just not in a way that matters for much. Now, where is, on the other hand, the sticker sheet that should have come for the eyes and such? It looks like it came out, but I don't know where it went. So underneath the other one? Shouldn't be. I didn't see it there. Nope. Where'd my other stickers go? Stickers! What happened to you? Where have you gone? What have you done? What did you do? Answer me! Oh well. Okay, I guess we just don't have those stickers. I know I saw them. I just don't know where they went. Okay then. That's just not being a thing that's going to happen today. You want me to start with the feet? All right, that's a bit different. That is most assuredly very different. Okay. Nope, they're not under my freaking chair here. Where on earth could they have gone? I don't know. They were here. I know I saw them. They're not in the box. They're not in the other box. As far as I can see, they're not in my recycling bin. This is going to drive me nuts. Because they should be here, but they are not. So I am understandably a little bit perturbed by this development. I have no idea where the eye stickers have gone. I need to get a freaking thing to color the eyes, I believe. I just don't know that I have the right marker for this anymore. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. There we go. We're going to try getting frisky with it, so to speak. Okay, so open our rather curmudgeonly, if you want to call it that, instruction manual, and we're starting off with the ankles, or the feet. I don't know why we're starting with the feet. We usually start with the chest and the head. But hey, it is what it is, and that is all we need. So, we're going to go, excuse me, actually leave this where it is because we don't need it any bigger than that. We need the E track. Where's my tools? There we go. I got to have my tools. E10, 2 of them. Would help if I had this flipped over the right direction. So, we're going to do these feet one at a time and then come back and do the other one. That makes a bit more sense to me, as opposed to trying to keep track of 2 separate legs all at once. We're just going to do one leg at a time and go from there. B6. Oh boy. I think I'm beginning to see why they call this the plastic hand grenade. Holy crap. This is freaking insane. This is just a bit what we call excessive. It's a whole freaking mechanical wonder in here. Where's the cave? I think I need to be in the cave of wonders. Aladdin, where are you? So, E10, you're going to take B6 right here and slot that in there. Just like so. Now we need H20 over here. That guy right here. H20, you're going to see, has that little port and a slot. We have a post and another slot. Just line those up together and wedge them in. There we go, just like that. Nice and firm and solid. Who are you? Who are you? Oi. Ah. One moment, my friends. Okay, now back to work. We need H22, but that's our final. Nope. What the? Okay, so we need E11 and H29 actually. H29 being right over here. This chunk over here, but we're going to grab the left one just to keep up with the correct foot. Not like it matters. They're the exact same thing and they go in the exact same place. E11. E11 being this guy right here. So, off. Come on, disengage. You know you want to. Good job. So now, E11, arranged vertically like this, is going to go with H29 You can see it has these two little pegs on the top here, like that. Those are going to go right down like this. There. And that's our heel, which is now going to attach just like so. Slot that in the back here. I thought. Wait. Nope, I have done this wrong. Hang on. We have to disengage. Disengage. Thank you. So what you actually got to do, take your foot from the back here. This is going to slot in with that tiny little hole right back there. That's the first thing you got to do. Otherwise, this guy ain't going to go together. Now, take this and slide it up like so. Bam. Just like that. Now we need E8. Nope, now we need H22 first. H22, this gent right here. Ugh. You're going to see H22, if the frickin' light permitted. Hang on. There. Dull that down a little bit. You can see H22's got a little bit of a slot right here. Whoa. Slot right in there. Yeah. So what we're going to do is take that with the flat side facing down, and you're going to go just like this. Whoa. You're going to have a little bit of a tab right here. Line it up with that slot and just notch it in like that. Bam. Now we go for E8. E8 being this little nubbin right over here. Very carefully, very carefully. Thank you. Why do we need E8? Because we got a little bit of a heel spur left and we got to cover that guy off. We want the beveled edge right there facing toward the back. What? Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. So just like that. Now, I really do wonder what the hell went wrong that I don't have chat, but whatever. I don't have any notifications from certain other place. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. It feels like I'm trying to assemble the Mega Grade all over again. So now we need B10, this weird looking thing right here. We want this facing like this, and this little piece over here, very carefully turn that facing down like so. This is the orientation you want, facing that little peg over here towards you. Fine, fine, whatever you want. We need A28. One of them, anyways. There are two. There. That's D. I need G, which is here. Don't really care about that random thing. At least not right now, anyway. I'm busy. G1. And G2. So, starting from this perspective, you want G1 over here, with that top peg over here going right through this piece right here, that upper hole. Just like this, I thought. There we go. Set that aside, grab G2, just like this. Your A28 from earlier is going to go just like this inside this left side peg hole over here. Just like that. And now this, excuse you, sir. You do not have permission to flop out of your home. Okay. No. Okay, that's fine. I know where you're going basically, so. So I need you like this. So I thought, okay, so plant, just because the other way is not going to work out that well, take A28, plant it right in here, like so. Or so I thought. We're going to have a problem, aren't we, buddy? Yeah, the problem's going to be you. You're being a problem. Stay. Except this doesn't close now. What the hell? Stop coming out. Okay. Now you're just making this obnoxious on purpose. No wonder they call you the plastic hand grenade. Can't even put it together without it wanting to explode. Okay. Let's try this again. Why are you not closing? Why are you fighting with me? Why have you come loose again? Okay. No, that's not right. Why must you do this to me? Why? There we go. Finally figured it out. Okay. Now that we have that taken care of. Holy crap, I'm tired already. And I barely even started. Ugh! Ugh. Okay, so now I need C3 and C2. which is probably this track here. Yes. C3. So C2 is going to go like this. You got the port back here and the post over here. The post is going to go into that little slot at the bottom of the leg that you've just been assembling. C3 is going to go right over top of that, like so. At least it should. Why can you never make things properly? Why? Nope, now I have to... Okay, I was doing it wrong myself. Okay, I had to flip it over. That makes sense. Now this should go in nice and snugly. Like that. Bam. Okay, I loathe to inform you that that's not how that's working. So unless I did this wrong, your anatomy is incorrect. Okay, let's see what they want me to do. Excuse me, my goodness. So G5. Yeah, this is not correct. Why must you do this? Why can't you just design something that makes sense? What? Oh, okay. I see what the problem is now. I made this backwards. Hold on, I have to disassemble a whole lot of stuff here. Very carefully work that off of there and flip that around because that's not the way that's supposed to look. No wonder it didn't make sense. I had it backwards. Because of course I did. Why wouldn't I, really? No, really, why wouldn't I? There. You go there. And now you go like this. And everything makes sense. Doesn't it? There. I'll try to show this off a little bit better on the other leg, but we're going to get there eventually. So, yeah, still like that. G5 goes like this. I thought. No, I have it upside down. Okay. So small peg here goes into this little port right down here. You're going to hook this all the way up. And that's how you want that to look. Your upper port's going to go in here. Bottom port goes into this guy here. And you're going to have the middle one open for G6, which is coming up very soon. Jesus. And just like that, bam, just like so. Okay. Now, up to over here, we're going to set our foot aside this way. We need G12 and 11. Shouldn't have tossed that tray away, or at least not put it aside just yet. We need G12. And G11. Oh my God. Okay. So G12 is going to go through the back here like this, through that tiny little peg hole in the middle, just like so. It's going to have a tiny little notch on the one end, so make sure you line that up and push everything in. G11 is going to do the opposite and go just like this in that now filled in hole. It has its own little side piece here, so just be ready for that. If I can get this sucker into position where it should be. There we go. Snap it in. Snap it in, snap it in. Snip, snort. There we go. Line everything up. Line everything up. Come on, don't fight with me. There. And there we go. Now the leg kind of looks like that. Now we need A17. Oh boy, I got to drag that guy back out of here again. Wait. There we go. A17 up here. Bam. Bam. And a bam. Slot that back there again. A17 is going to go just like so. You're going to notice on the back of your piece here that you got all these little racks, right? Got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the piece you're working on has exactly that many ports that you want to be putting this on back here. So just line everybody up with the long pointy bits facing down. Oh, come on. Why must you fight me at every turn? Probably because you don't have the right areas aligned to the right spot yet, dummy. Maybe think of doing that before giving the piece garbage. Okay, are you supposed to go here then? I think you're supposed to go here. Of course, I could be wrong, because haha funny. Yeah, okay, so this one has you turning the piece around again, or keeping it like this, I don't really know. This is actually going to go on this end here with the smaller set of these bits, so just line everybody up and push them on in. Now we need H33. H33. Yes. Put that down. And now this is going to go just in this vertical configuration, if I cannot butterfinger it, with those pegs right into those slots. Just like that. Done. Excuse me. Okay. Now we need H30 and 27, but we're going to do these in order. H20. Wait, what? No, H30 and 27. What am I doing? Why am I looking in the wrong place? What am I doing here? Ah! Whew, thank you for volunteering and coming out on your own, friend. This one's going to go, if I have this correct, right on this top set of lines over here. You're going to try and get this up a little bit closer to you. Yeah, just like that. You see those two grooves? You're going to line this guy up like so with that flat side facing down and just slot that on in. Bam, like so. And now it looks like that. Now H27. With this piece, you're going to see you've got a nice big tab right here. You got yourself a nice little slot here. Line that sucker up. Just like that. It should be in there. Yep. Because it's technically attached to that rocking bit from earlier. So it rocks back and forth now. That's not going to give me convulsions. Or make me convinced that there's something wrong with the piece. Oh, my knee. Okay, so I need I1 and G7. I1. I1. Ha ha. I have won. Ha ha. I'm being silly. Seven. Aha. I1 and G7. Your G7 ring, just like that there, is going to go right into that same shaped hole right over here. Like that. Just like that. We also need I2. So let's just go ahead and do the same thing again. I2 and G7. Line those two suckers up like that. Bam. Just like so. Now, taking our leg piece over here, we're going to grab this with that little piton there facing out. Yeah, this is number 1. This is number 2. So we also need G8. We're not quite out of the woods yet. G8. Okay. With G8, you want to put that down here on your I2 or 1, whichever one you want. At an angle. And now you're going to use that round piece from before, fit that around here, like so. And just slot everyone together over here. Bam, bam, and la-bang. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Still doing well, still doing well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we need to do a little bit of a subassembly. G14, H34, and E9. Oh, fancy. Oh, very much fancy, yes. Take care of that. There's our E9. We need G14. Teeny tiny little pieces. And we need H34. 34 right here. This friendo, as we see. Now, with that little thing turned facing up, we want E9 with the small bit facing toward that ball joint at the end. Fit that on nice and careful. And then this fits in just like so. From underneath, just like that. Now we need G4. We're also going to need G3 in a second, but give that a moment. We got to get this attached first. So flip. This guy, whoa, holy crap, calm down. Goes like so in this right-hand bubble right here. Slot that on in, just like that. Huh? We can also just go ahead and fit fit the foot back on here. Period. Just like that. And now this goes here. How exactly? There's nowhere for that thing to go. Ah, okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to line that little, hang on, get the knife. There's going to be a little groove here, a little elliptical groove. You're going to put the little piton from down here right into that slot and leave that like so while we grab our G3 piece. Excuse me, my goodness. Okay, so fit this back into position. This looks so janky, I swear to God. So there's 3, there's 4, squeeze together. There, just like that. Leg is coming together. Just not very straight and sturdy, as it were. What is your major malfunction, sir? H21. H21 is going to attach right in that little port right here in the front, aiming down like so. H28. Whoa. is going to go on the back. Attaching on with that big post right in that slot right there. Except it took off our little ball joint friend down here. Don't you try and run away from me. Hang on. Perfect, just like that. One moment. Okay. Okay. Wow, that is janky on my screen. These two stacked on top of each other looks like it's freaking twitching out. That is wild. Woohoo! Whoo! Okay. We need A32. Great, gotta pull him out again. A32. This right down here. Thank you. Just going to put this over here now because it's getting in my way. Getting in my way. A32 is going to go right down here on top of that knob right here, that post. It's going to fit right there. Bam. Next, we need A21. Might as well have not gotten rid of that trade just yet because we're going to need a few pieces from this. 21. 21. I win. Sure, buddy. And the other side is number 19. So 1 and 2 and 3. Set that over here because we're not going to be needing that again for a little bit. Now, starting over here, A21 is going to go with the long end facing straight up, attached to this that we just assembled over here. At least I thought it was. Nope, it goes up here. My bad. Got two little ports over here, two posts. Goes right in like this. A19 is going to go in the exact same place on the opposite side, just like so. And now we need H35. H35. Sheesh. Where do you go now? No way. H35 is going to go right like this on the front of the foot. Like that. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to finish off this leg. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, have some supper, and then we're going to come back to this and hope to God that YouTube hasn't completely decided that I don't need chat anymore. So we're going to see what's going on from there. For now, though, A7. A7 is going to go right over here. Excuse me. Right over that little notch here. Like so. Held in with friction. Now we need H26. Which is going to go just like this with the sharp pieces, the sharp points facing up, right over top of what we just put down. Come on now, don't fight with me. Like that. Bam. And that's the way that side of the foot's supposed to look. Now we flip it over. A30 and A9. And A9. Here. Just back over this side. And the way you're going to do this, you see these two notches here on either side? Line up those two ports over here with that and slide it on in, just like so. This now goes right over here on that notch. Out of such. And now we need H25. Which is going to go with that little post and that post right here and right here, right on top of this, and done. There's that section of leg. Whoa, don't drop it. Oh, look, we get to do the exact same thing on the other side, and it's the exact same process. Good. Okay, so. Just don't understand why we haven't dressed up the back of the leg yet. But that'll be for a bit later. For now, we're going to leave this as is. I'm going to go have myself a little bit of supper because technically I haven't eaten yet today. And we're going to come back as soon as I'm done and have ourselves a bit of a time. We're going to get through as much of this as possible before I feel like we've either done enough for tonight or I finish it, and then we're going to go from there. So, we'll be back. Hope you enjoyed.